Was it doing early when I said like?
What's up, guys?
It's just that. Call her. See, thank you. Call her mom. It's too young.
Saying, what in the world? Hey guys, welcome to the FlashPoint.
I need to do this. Continue talking. I'm just doing something.
This is an after show for the Flash here on that hashtag show where we cover and go in depth concerning the episode of the most recent episode of the Flash.
The most recent episode.
The Wrath of Savitar.
There you go. That's the title of it because I had no idea. I'm Daniel, one of your three co-hosts. To my right, lady first, I guess.
Oh, I was like, it's me. Right. Hi, I'm Sarah. If you don't know,
Sarah.
apparently I'm the mom of this group.
Oh God, I don't know why you said that on YouTube. Really, guys, what's wrong with you? I don't. Okay. And to my left, producer. On-air talent co-host.
Yeah. I'm back on the show, man.
Is there one hat you don't wear?
A regular hat with the bill. I stick with the beanie. But hey, guys, thanks for having me back. I'm back on the One Tree Hill episode.
Yeah. Oh God!
Did you say the One Tree Hill?
Yeah, the Flash is straight up One Tree Hill now. It's like everybody's hooking up in relationships and drama, except now it's like people are dying. But it's just basically One Tree Hill.
Well, no, people died on One Tree Hill.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
People died on One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill was a great show.
Yeah, but I mean, this is superheroes. Yeah.
Do you read comics? It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, but not
they have relationships.
But not everybody's boning their cousin and brothers.
Okay.
Only in the Flash.
One Tree Hill. I'm sorry to say it. I'm not a big fan of that show.
Well, I'll stab you in the eye later.
No.
He was the OC.
I hated that too. No. The
like
actors I loved, and they actually did well for the first 2 or 3 seasons. But by the time they got to season 5 and everything, they had like. They were doing anything they could. They had episodes where they had like, oh, there's some serial killer showing up, and they killed him once, and then he showed back up again. Yeah, my girlfriend's watching. Oh my God.
It was just the dad.
Oh my God.
And the
dad with a dick.
And the crazy babysitter.
Oh, the crazy babysitter, and then there's the guy that was a stalker too.
Yeah.
Like, see, I'm telling you, what the hell? That's not what
Have
the
you
show
never
is.
had a stalker, Daniel? It's a real thing.
God, no, look at me.
Kelly has a stalker. Kelly has a stalker.
Kelly has
a stalker.
I had a stalker, but he was like 64.
I don't know. It was one of them.
I was like,
remember?
He remembered.
There was somebody following.
I did.
Joe
he was like
has
65
stalkers.
and in love with
Joe
my
has
voice.
stalkers. He had that one guy following him around at Paramorphicon.
Who was stalker?
Joe.
Who?
Joe.
Yeah. Oh. So you were saying?
That's what you were saying. Yeah, no, I had a stalker who was in love with my voice. I'm not even kidding. Never met me in real life.
Wait.
I used to answer phones for my dad's law firm. My dad was a lawyer.
I totally rocked that voice.
And I thought it was a joke.
Stop that voice.
You know, and it was a thing. And he I have the printouts of all the emails and everything. It was really interesting.
Oh my God. So a stalker, just hardcore, so far we learned so much more about you.
You're welcome.
One, you had a guy who dropped down on one knee and was acting like he was going to propose, but was just tying his shoe at Niagara Falls. I'm shocked you didn't kill him. And then you have a stalker. My God.
I've had a very interesting life, you guys.
You have, actually.
For you.
I heard you met someone recently.
That's the
Oh my God. Guys, okay. I'm going to pull this video up on my phone.
Wait.
So,
what are we having girl talk?
This is all Sarah. This is the Sarah show right now, so just let it happen.
Go.
If you guys are Riverdale fans, I'm a huge Riverdale person, and I've also been on the Gingerdale Riverdale after show.
That's right.
And I went to lunch the other day, and I went to my favorite juice place here in Burbank, California, and I'm going to show it to you guys first. This would be KJ Appa, aka Archie, from Riverdale. I Snapchatted it like a creep, but I had to, and then I said,
you can mainly see your
friends are dancing.
Yeah, well, because she's like, we're totally normal. We're being normal. And so when we left, we did walk out, and she's like, excuse me, I just want to say, we really love your show and think you do a really great job. And he just had a mouthful of food and was like, oh. He's like, thank you, huge smile. It was really nice. So thanks, Burbank, for making that happen.
See?
Well, that's Burbank for you.
City of Burbank, making dreams come true and connecting one person at a time.
You know, those are okay. Now I can stop talking. Those are my fun stories. What'd you guys do this week?
Nothing. I did absolutely nothing. I did a whole lot of nothing, actually. What did you do this week?
Dude, stressing my butt off. Just work, man. Now that you got fired, it's like I'm the one taking in all the work.
That's also you're doing it all?
I'm like, well, they fired the 3 girls from my office, and then they gave me their work, and then they fired some other dude, and they gave me his work, and I'm like, but where's my raise?
Oh, really? So you're just doing all the work now?
Yeah, and then I have Joe sending me emails about, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Josh is leaving, and I was like, oh, we're going to do Josh.
Who again?
Huh?
I don't
know who that is.
You don't know who Josh is? You're Joe? You don't know these people?
We just do a job.
Am I pulling a Wally right now?
Well, I don't know.
I'm pulling a Wally right now.
I know we have talent on the show called Joe, but why would Joe, the guy that's talent, send you emails to do stuff? I don't. Anyway.
He's a big boss man.
What?
Yeah.
He's a big cup of Joe.
Oh, yeah. You should have that picture to insert right now. That would be so good. I would love that.
Big cup of Joe. It's all on my Instagram. It's all on my Instagram.
All on his Instagram. What is your Instagram handle anyway?
_Journey. JERNI.
If you guys are ever bored, go ahead and look up Ernie's Instagram.
And there's a whole lot of DJ on there for some reason. I'm more photogenic when DJs are on for some reason. He's like, come here, little bro. Here, look. Post that shit tomorrow.
Yeah. That's a really good impression.
Yeah, actually, no joke. That is.
Is he watching? Is he watching?
I don't know.
He'll probably see it later.
I love you, little bro.
Oh yeah, he does say that. Oh my god.
I do love that.
That is so DJ right there.
I have an older brother. I never had an older brother.
See, which is cool.
You could do worse.
Oh, you can do a whole lot
Daniel?
worse. Yeah. You can go downhill, but you are at the top right now with him. So congratulations. That's actually not bad. He's a good guy. I like him. Whatever.
Whatever.
He's a great guy.
So we're saying hi to some people in the chat room.
Yeah, we
gotta say hi to some people.
Yes. We got some familiar faces and some new faces. So we've got Ryan Ninja Steel, Blackwing. Jalen isn't feeling well, so he's not gonna be able to stay for the whole time, but he just want to say hi. Carlos, Blackwing. Scrolling down. Jezzer's here.
Jezzer! Hey, that Logan though. That Logan was dope.
I'm scrolling. If I missed you, I apologize. I scrolled real fast.
Real fast.
Yeah. Carlos is like, can we please talk about the Flash? I have so many theories.
Okay.
This is good. This is good. Yeah, and if we miss any of your comments, we're really sorry. We do have this new feature called Super Chat. So if you want to make sure we see that, use that feature and so you can boost up to the top, and we'll definitely see it.
Oh, definitely.
They basically grab the comment and stick it in our faces and be like, hey, by the way, Super Chat. You need to pay attention.
It's like all on the screen. We can't do anything else because we have to address it. So, I mean, that's one way you can definitely make sure that your voice is heard.
Yeah.
Can we go into a little bit of news?
Oh, we have news?
We have news. See, we are cool because we almost always have news even when no one else does.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've heard some of those other shows.
Then let's be like the Flash and make this quick and speedy.
Hey,
look at you!
Because I really want to talk about this show. All right.
Aaron Nobles, welcome. Okay, so since breaking the Black Lightning news, there's been more casting excitement. And again, we didn't choose any of these people. But we've got Black Lightning's daughters. Do you have the pictures I sent you?
You sent me pictures of the other thing?
I sent you pictures of this too.
No, not on your email.
You better check.
I'm checking.
It was in a second email, but we can just keep going. We don't need them. People can look them up themselves.
That's true. Okay.
Okay?
So.
Okay?
I only see one email.
It's fine. Okay, so we've got his 2 daughters are Nefessa Williams, who you would know from One Life to Live if you have a mom or dad who likes their daytime dramas. I used to watch that show. Anyway, and also she was on like a handful of episodes of what?
I watched novelas.
Novelas.
Yeah, she wouldn't have known.
She's also on a few episodes of Code Black. And then if you are familiar with Disney Channel, the other daughter is China Ann McClain. And she was on Tyler Perry's House of Pain.
Yeah.
And in The Descendants.
Yeah, that's right.
She's that like fun Disney movie of the Disney villains' children.
Yes, that is correct.
Right?
So that's actually probably, that's the best way to recognize her, at least. Well, them. They're going to be on there. I think they're going to do great. I don't think there's going to be an issue with them at least being on the show. I'm interested and I can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
So
that's
yes,
and Blackwing, you did tag me in that, so thank you. You helped me.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. Thank you.
He did.
You
He was like, Sarah.
did.
By the way, Matt sent me something to show you.
Yeah, I know. I saw it also.
It's Golden Girls.
Oh, it's always something about Golden Girls.
You have this thing about Golden Girls.
I do. I sing a soulful version of the song. It's a long thing. Maybe one day. I'll sing it. I can't. Right here. Okay. I just no.
So
and then my next.
Who's the second girl?
The second girl, China Anne McClain. She was from Tyler Perry's House of Pain, and she was on The Descendants.
Also,
Disney Channel.
Ant Farm. Descendants. She was on Ant Farm on Disney Channel as well.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
For one.
For like one episode.
I've like literally never seen any of that stuff.
Oh,
it's okay. Well, excuse you.
I'm a grown up.
Whatever.
Sorry, I only watch anime. I only watch anime, all right?
Well, moving on. There's a little bit of musical news.
There is. I'm so excited. So, Entertainment Weekly put out a bunch of photos for the musical episode that's not this coming Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. So, we've got photos of that.
All right, let's pop these out.
Yeah. Which I'm excited to. Because, I mean, the musical... Everything about it is getting so much news. Like, it's huge.
Yeah.
You know, we got the guys from La La Land writing some of it. Sorry, you guys didn't win. That's not fair. They have those.
Look at that.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
So cute. Let's go for the next one. And
see, that's Darren Criss.
I like that black dress. That black dress. That looks nice.
That looks great. She's my favorite Puerto Rican, guys.
And the next one.
She is. People don't even know who she is.
So wait, this is the Flash? This doesn't even look like the Flash.
Well, it's like Supergirl and the Flash. So I don't like the episode's supposed to start with Supergirl and then go crossover into the Flash.
Look at that.
It's weird because I feel like Monday and Wednesday.
I can't wait for that.
Or Monday and Tuesday, I guess.
I cannot wait for that.
It looks so good. They look great. They look great, and I can't wait.
That dress is killer.
That's not even the Flash anymore. It's
a musical episode, and it's just one moment. Who knows? They're probably going to have a lot of wardrobe changes and a lot of other things happening during. Yeah. And it's a Music Meister, and I feel it's going to be good. Mm-hmm. And the people they've chosen to actually be in it, come on.
Wait, who's producing this one? Because we thought it was going to be Josh Whedon, right?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, it's not
I didn't look that up.
No, it's not. I don't know who is, but I will say it looks good, and everyone they've picked to actually be in it, as far as writing it and doing it.
Is this like Glee all over again? Is that what it's supposed to be?
No.
So we're going from One Tree Hill to Glee now on Flash? like they're trying to make that show anything apart from Flash.
Right.
Oh my god!
But the thing is,
never happy.
This episode was so good, and next week looks so good. I'm kind of sad that we're gonna get a filler episode in a musical. I wish they would have done it sooner.
We're gonna need we're gonna need a break after the awesomeness.
Do we have an actual synopsis of it?
No.
Of the next episode?
No, just of what's happening on the musical. We don't really have a full. We just know Music Meister doing something. Blah blah blah. Yada. Right?
I think maybe I had one.
Because I'm interested to know like exactly how far they're going to be able to go, what's going to happen. Will the story be good enough where it's like, oh, something's still
just some.
He's just going to go to another Earth where everybody sings.
Could be.
Maybe. And there's a little teaser trailer out as well for you to watch.
You want to run the trailer?
Musical episode, we should do a musical episode.
Yeah. Well, you guys want to see the trailer?
For next week?
No, for the musical one.
It's a little teaser that they put out.
You guys ready?
Here
we go. Here's the.
You've seen them team up. Now watch them get down. It's a special musical episode of The Flash, only Tuesday, March 21st.
We've never done that before.
Right? Come on, cool, man. Right? That's great. Tommy guns.
I should be on here more often.
You should actually.
Seems like I got everything right when I'm on this
production value just went up, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Just picked up.
So we'll move on to the actual thing because we gotta talk about everything that's going on. We got theories up the butt.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So let's get into it. I mean, the episode started off first with the race. You know, of course. Lately, that's been the thing. We always gotta. There's so many things going on with it. You know, it's symbolism. They're racing against time. Well, they're racing against the future.
And when the episode starts, it's like we saw where they left us off. It was like he sees Savitar, we see the proposal, and they just leave us there, and then it starts off with the race, and I was like, so what happened? What happened? Right? And I'm like, she better have said no. I mean, like, she better have said no. She's gonna die in a few weeks, so it's like she should have said no, but I guess not. So here we are in this race.
Do you see you walked
How does that add up at all?
She should have said no. She should say no. Why? She's gonna die. It's a waste of a dress.
But there's money.
Don't you think it's a waste of a dress?
No. Why would it be? It's a waste of a dress. She's never gonna be able to wear it again if she's gonna die anyway. Yeah, let me go out with a bang. Let me dress up. Let me be a princess.
So she's gonna die and leave Barry broke as shit.
Wedding dresses are only used once
she can
anyway.
spend all of her money anyway since she's gonna die. Barry's doing pretty well. The dude's pretty much a millionaire. Runs an own Star Labs.
He'll put out like life insurance on her.
And he'd be a double millionaire. That would be it. You just right on top of it. Oh my God, it's a shame what happened to her. Oh, watch out. Run it on black, please. Like he's just gambling. He doesn't matter. It'll be fine. I don't know, but we did start off with that, and it was automatically right off the bat, what the fuck happened with Savitar?
Yeah, like you can't just leave us with that and be like, oh.
Right? Yeah, like you see him run up to him and you're just like, okay, so it's going to start off with Savitar killing him or something. Nope, we start off with the run. We start off with the race, trying to figure out what's going on. And then sure enough, we get the answer almost a few minutes in, where we see him look up over there at like a little awning up there, and boom, here goes Savitar for a moment. And he's gone. Yeah. And we get it. Boom, hallucination.
Yeah, it's just a moment. Yeah, but I mean, they were doing the race because they were trying to see if he's fast enough now
to save her.
Which turns out he is.
Yes.
After all that hard work,
we find out he actually is, which is good. Congratulations. We know that you can save your sister. But my question is this how Savitar kind of infiltrated the mind of Julian? I wondered. Like, is this pretty much how Julian experienced the whole thing?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Savitar plants his seeds in everybody.
That's disgusting.
And that's how, yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. That's how Wally got his powers. It was through like the stone, and that's like his seed, and like just he's inside Wally right now, just wiggling and fucking with his mind.
God, you're just as bad as all like hat comedians in Seattle. I'm inside of you. I hate that so much. I hate that.
I'm just saying, he was stuck in a big black cocoon that had
an
appearance to something. I'm just saying, it's.
Oh goodness. I can't.
Bravo.
This is why we don't let him on the show.
So later, moving on.
I'm like just letting all the pent up stuff I've been trying to say from behind the camera now.
Moving on to other big black cocoons. We get the ring / engagement reveal.
Yes.
The big black cocoon being the death of Barry being single, as far as you said.
Mm-hmm.
So we get that announcement. Everybody goes crazy.
Except for Joe.
Exactly.
It was like weird mixed thing, and I was like, is he pissed? He doesn't look pissed. It's more like he has the same reaction I do right now. It's like
indifferent.
Why'd you say yes?
No, he was just.
I don't think he felt that way.
He's the first
problem.
I know. Joe is the first character of the episode to be irrationally butthurt. He's like,
yes, on this episode there was everyone was just like, get me ice because it hurts. Yeah. Everyone was.
Joe is just the first one. He's happy for them, but he's upset that he didn't follow tradition in asking her father's permission for her hand in marriage.
Now, would you guys feel that way? Like,
I know my dad would be really disappointed if that were to happen, but I would be like, Dad, it's fine. It's not 1962. You know what I mean? Like, but I've asked you. You have a daughter.
I have a daughter, and I would because it's my only daughter, and that's where I was really getting how Joe would feel. Where it's like, yo, I mean, it's my only kid. It's my only daughter. Even if he had boys, sure, if I have boys, whatever, they'll make other kids. I don't care. But this is my only daughter that. I get to have that moment, and you just took it away from me. Well, it makes it worse because you're my son, and you took it away from me.
Well, he would have done that.
I mean,
like Barry would have done it.
Oh, he would have done it, but it felt rushed.
Right? He rushed.
Dude, all he had to do while he was running around speed forcing, putting up the candles and all that, he's still waiting for her to get there. Just Hey, Joe, wanted to know, is it okay if I marry her?
He wouldn't have wanted a phone call either. He'd be upset about that.
Here's the flash. She could have ran across town. Boom. Hey, Joe, I wanted to know if it's okay if I marry my sister, your daughter. Is that okay? And he would have like, sure thing. Nothing spells loving like marrying a cousin unless it's your sister. And then it would have been fine, and that would have been it.
Right.
So, I mean, that's exactly how I think he could have done it. But Barry was kind of selfish, in my opinion.
Barry's always selfish. Yeah. This is what we learned. Barry is very selfish. I've never not said that.
Yeah, that's true.
I love
Grant
Gustin. I love Barry Allen, but he's the most selfish person on the planet. Which some of the selfishness is obviously constantly coming to like bite him in the butt because future Barry has pissed off enough people for them to time travel to kill him and make him miserable. So, bro, I'm going to need you to learn some lessons.
That's something I didn't think about. I didn't equate it that way. But when you really think about it, future Barry is such a dick. Because everyone is like, let's try to go back in time, kill Barry before he becomes a dick. Everyone wants to do it. They're even having repercussions in Legends of Tomorrow. Where they're like, we got a recording of Dick Barry leaving a message. What a dick. Like, everyone keeps saying it. And I'm like, Barry, I don't know what happens in the future. Maybe Iris's death turned him into a dick.
But no, he came back to make... Savitar comes back to kill her.
Yeah, but I'm saying maybe, like, when it becomes future Barry...
It's just his superhero cockiness.
You think so?
I don't know.
He's
like, obviously I'm the sun, and everything revolves around me. And it's like, no, Barry, you're just another planet. Maybe a star.
Yeah. But I mean, like,
it fizzles out. It's just a ball of gas.
But he doesn't think. He doesn't think at all. It's like when he fucked up the timeline, when he went to the other Earths, jumping into the Speed Force. Yeah. Like, he doesn't think things through. He kind of just one foot in front of the other, just causes problems.
And Savitar calls him out. Anyway, we'll get there. But
where we at that, and then.
Then after that, we get Savitar kind of ghosting in and beating up Wally.
Oh yeah, which was really cool to see, because then that made me go, wait. Then it's not something in his mind. Like, obviously he's there, but Barry can't even see him, and only speedsters can see him.
Yeah,
No, it's like I mentioned, he's inside of him, because it was like a poltergeist moment. It's like from inside was just tossing his ass
possession,
around.
but
getting possessed.
Yes,
it's like in a way.
Yes, that's exactly.
It was. I thought that was
that I was going to turn it back into the.
He's inside of.
He's
Wally.
Inside of Wally. And toss him around, possessed him. It's like Beetlejuice.
Say
Savitar 3 times and you'll show up.
But with that, how dope was Savitar's suit?
No more CGI. This is an actual
It was practical. It was practical, and it was good. That foam and everything, it was good.
The only time it looked a little ridiculous to me was later in the episode when they're in the alleyway. And all of a sudden, he just looked like a weird glow-in-the-dark grizzly bear. But other than that, I thought the suit looked really cool.
It looked great. It was like a very high-quality cosplay.
Yeah, but from there, we do find out exactly how Savitar is able to do it. Apparently, he's showing up because of the whole Speed Force. In fact,
that he actually does jump out of the Speed Force, and then the Speed Force tugs him back in.
Yeah. And Barry, when they finally get back to Star Labs, their base of operations that clearly has no locks on it. We already knew that. So Barry's pissed at Wally, and pretty much says how he doesn't like the fact that essentially now, Wally, you are a hindrance because, well, you're a conduit for Savitar.
Yeah.
And with that, he's like, I don't want you around.
But he goes for the jugular.
He goes in on him.
He wasn't even
he's super tough on him.
Seriously.
I agree with Barry's point, but he could have done it a little nicer.
No. Well, you said it yourself. It's like it's about his wife or future wife, and so he's going to go all out about it.
Like, how would you feel?
It's like, it's my wife and that's your sister.
How do you not get it? Well, also Wally's dumb.
It's your wife and both of our sisters.
All speedsters are dumb. We've established this. They're all mentally retarded in some form or sense.
I'm sorry.
Like they don't listen. They just right. Except Quick. She's okay so far.
Well, it's a family affair, I'll say that much. So, that's what I'm saying, where he's like, it's your wife and my wife and also both of our sister. You guys have to pay attention here, It's just like, ooh, where do you go from there? So, they figure out that Julian has to also be a conduit. So, they pretty much volunteer Julian.
Yeah, they bully him.
My humor wants to talk
again.
So, we've got Selfish Barry, we've got Bully Barry.
All of them, even Cisco got in on it, and Caitlin was like, "No, you got to do this too," and everyone's like, "You're the only one," and I was like, "Whoa, team, whoa." He's like, "I have a choice. I have choices."
It was kind of like, I'm sorry to let you know, but you don't, because they may kill you. It could happen. And they force him into it. They force him into it, and
he decides for himself.
It was in a way, the way that Caitlin can buy it. It was like reverse psychology. We saw a lot of reverse psychology in this episode. We saw a lot of reverse psychology.
But my question is, haven't even you noticed that we're seeing a big turn and change for Barry? in a lot of ways as far as his characteristics, his morals. A few episodes ago, he asked, pretty much asked Iris, well, I think I'm going to have to kill Rod. And it was something that he really considered for a moment. This is something that usually we don't see with Barry. And then what he uses as an excuse for it is something to the extent of, well, Oliver does it. And it was just like, how does that fucking work?
He does.
But that's Oliver's Oliver, and you're Barry.
See, but the thing is, that's not the Barry that we know. It just seems weird. Like, so many things about it.
But people grow and change, and things, like, mold people into who they are.
But see, that's the thing with Barry. He has such a great support system. It seems like he's faltering even more, and I don't understand as to why.
He's being pushed to the edge, Daniel.
Well, it's true. It's true. Well, yeah, when your loved one's dying, you may just do anything.
Yeah.
A desperate man is the most dangerous man of all. That's what they say. So, I mean, it makes sense.
Just like a woman scorned.
So,
desperate man scorned women.
So I got a Super Samurai 1. He brought up a good question. Do you think Barry should or is going to kill Savitar?
That was my next question.
Do you really? Yeah. Do you think he should?
You're reading my notes? Is that what you're doing? No, that's a good question, actually. Who was that?
Oh, that was a Super Samurai 1.
Shout out to
Super Samurai. I love that show as a kid.
But that's a good point, actually.
I mean,
do you guys think so?
Well, I don't see what else you can do with Savitar. Toss him back in the Speed Force so he can come out again. I mean,
again?
That would jumping the gun right here. That would be the only way to get Wally back.
Trade him out.
Yeah.
Training.
But then you're always worried about the fact that you need to be able to have it's almost like alchemy. You have to have an equal amount of something to be able to trade and switch, right? Yeah. And that's the whole thing. That's why he was like, his whole thing was which I love it. Some alchemy, we had alchemy on. It's like his whole thing of equal parts.
Yeah.
So I need someone just as fast as me to take my place in the Speed Force. So now there's a space that has to be filled in the Speed Force. There can't not be now. So, yeah, the only way to get him out is to get someone that's just as fast and throw them in.
Speedster.
So the question is, yes, they will have to do that, because if they don't, they probably won't ever get Wally back. So that's going to stop him from actually having to kill Savitar, because they need to get Wally back.
Yeah.
But if they find that they can't find Wally, there may be an option where Barry does actually choose to kill Savitar. So, I mean, that's a good question. It opens the door for so many things.
I don't think they would.
But
push.
he did
I
also.
don't think so.
Because I know we haven't talked about the Savitar conversation, which was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And like gave me chills at one point. I was like, this is the most amazing moment.
Oh, so good.
He does, like, Savitar during that conversation does say that he hasn't become Savitar with who this person is at this moment in time.
Yes.
So it also can come down to kind of pulling an Iris boyfriend thing. The guy who, Eddie, the one that I never remember his name.
Yeah. You remember right there?
I know, I did. Look at me. I'm like, boyfriend. He killed himself to prevent Thawne from being born, right? At least from his lineage.
Yeah.
So then it could also come down to figuring out who Savitar is now and preventing him from becoming Savitar.
By the way, get better, Jalen. Seriously.
Oh, is he
get
so
emergency?
sick?
Emergency.
Yeah, he's so
emergency
sick.
will help.
It
will help. Actually, it's better than the Tussin.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
Better than the Tussin. So definitely get some emergency. It's gonna help you.
Yeah. So let's get into the combo because that's what's next, right?
So, yeah, right. That's right. So Savitar says
After
to Barry.
Savitar
says to Barry. He says, "Well, Barry's cruel. He's heartless. He's selfish, and essentially, he's the big bad." Now, with that, like I said, all that we've been seeing Barry doing lately, that whole change in him, it's all being described right there with Savitar.
Absolutely.
Savitar's on it, and then they start getting into questions.
So I'm like, Savitar's all up in this room. Like, Savitar knows who he is. You know what I mean?
I'm
like,
telling
Savitar
you,
knows
he
him. I'm
knows
telling you that
everyone.
IMDb thing, it's going to happen.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what IMDb thing?
Cisco?
Oh, Cisco being?
I mean,
I don't
it's
know.
just
There was
interesting.
a little bit of foreshadowing in that combo. Because Savitar goes, you could have been a god, and you chose to do this.
Oh, but then he's saying that it's...
He just said, Reverb told you and showed you.
You could be a
could
god.
And you chose to do this.
So it's kind of his way of pushing him.
Yeah, and he's like,
together.
and his whole reverse psychology thing Savitar is real good at. He's like, but you're choosing to be in the IT department.
And you remember how there's that flash of Vibe fighting Killer Frost? What if it's not her the one rampaging and it's him the one rampaging?
And she had to go full Killer Frost to
To stop him.
was in the woods.
There's a lot going on.
What do you guys think? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That seems pretty valid because we did see the IMDb and they took it down right away.
They did quick.
Got the snapshot though before they did.
Yeah, I did. Son. There was a lot of keep going, but there's a lot of. I'm pulling up the comments. There's a lot of comments that go along with this conversation we're having.
And then Savitar won't answer where he is at first, even though later we find out it's the Speed Force.
Right.
But he wouldn't answer where he is. Exactly. And then Savitar, like you said, he happens to know everyone's situation in the room, and he gets to it to a T. He knows what happens to them in the future.
Yeah.
Now, with that being the case, it gets to it where you're just like...
But he did validate which ones were which, almost. He said the one that's going to die, and then we found out who's the one that suffers a fate worse than death.
Well, now we did.
And then obviously, and then
called it.
And then there's the traitor.
The betrayal, the fate worse than death, and then someone's gonna die.
Mm-hmm. We kind of know that. I mean, still, I think the traitor might still be up in the air.
Traitor makes because
we think it's Wally, but then Wally just suffered a fate worse than death.
Unless the double-edged sword, and Wally did suffer a fate worse than death for being a betrayer.
The way he delivered it was that each person was a separate.
That's right. Yeah. That's very true. Now, with that being the case, so then we can't say that Caitlin is the betrayer. I go against that.
I know. She's like, it's me. Simple. I know it's me. And she pulls out that little piece of the stone. Like,
because ultimately she didn't betray. She helped save them. Because if he went into the Speed Force with the full stone, that would have been it for everybody.
Right.
He would have done what he done. He would have killed everyone, and that's it. So with her taking a piece of it, he's locked away. Yeah. So I don't feel she betrayed. She saved people.
She was unknowingly being the guardian of it.
Exactly.
She was a gatekeeper.
She was a gatekeeper.
I like it.
She was a gatekeeper.
I like it. So now we're still wondering who's the person.
Yeah, so I don't know. But Jezer says, so who is Savitar? Is he Barry, Eddie, or HR?
Yeah,
we're dropping theories.
We're going into
Are we gonna go that? Are we going right into it?
Let's drop the theories. Let's go.
Are the people? Okay, let's do it right now.
He called Jezer.
Everybody wants to talk about
this. He called himself Future Flash. So why can't he be Barry? Why can't he be any of them?
Exactly.
Blackwing says no. Savitar's his own person.
No.
And Jezer feels like Savitar has to be someone we know, which I completely agree with.
I agree with it, and I think it has to be Barry because remember, you just mentioned it a little while ago. Yep. Legends of Tomorrow don't trust me.
Yes,
he tells him don't.
He says that in the recording. Don't trust me.
He gets in a super emo phase. Him in the future saying don't trust me because he might be Savitar.
I feel that he is Savitar.
I feel like it is because then he mentions all the flaws and all the things that made him so evil, and I mean, it's kind of like Savitar was looking at his own reflection.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Do you think Savitar is Barry Allen, and Barry Allen's going to kill
But
Iris?
look at him in the end. Did you see his face? The way he felt like this is all my fault. Like it's and also it's the Speed Force. The Speed Force has always favored Barry, but I mean. To lock him away, also, but then it doesn't make sense because he did say your future self locked me away.
Yeah, I don't think it's Barry.
But damn, they did a good job of fucking us over on this.
See, the thing is, he could be speaking in metaphor when he said the future self locked me away. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go through, and we know that they're not afraid of using metaphor. Some of the villains have before, it wouldn't be a big shock if we find out ultimately in the end, okay, Savitar just happens to be one version of Barry, one evil version. But we have to remember, time changes rapidly. One thing can actually change time and have it splinter off. So a timeline isn't always solid. Time isn't just one straight line. Like they say in Doctor Who, it's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. But it's a big ball. I'm just saying, it's a big ball. Time doesn't go fluent in just one direction. It can go in so many multiple directions. So. That could be it.
Yeah. Super Samurai says, what if Savitar is Eddie? But Carlos Martinez says, I think Savitar's from the future. Eddie can't be Savitar. Blackwing, for sure. I know for sure Eddie is not Savitar.
Okay, yes.
But Aaron Nobles, I agree with you guys, thinking Eddie.
It would be nice. It would be some interesting writing. I mean, but you said you know for sure he's not Eddie, then who do you know he is?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm asking you.
That's where that ends. That's where that combo ends.
Well, Eddie, maybe. I mean, to bring him back.
He's back next week.
Just for,
next week?
Yeah, in the trailer for next week. In the Time Force.
Well, we're probably going to see a lot of different people in the Speed Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I mean, since the Speed Force is pretty good at imitating people.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Apparently, when you're in the Speed Force, you can do that too because someone does it later, which we'll talk about. Moving on just a little bit more, we find out that by, I guess, breaking up some theories, we figure out the whole acolyte thing, and we send Flash all the way up to some weird mountain range. Yes.
Very Indiana Jonesy.
Very Indiana Jonesy.
They kept mentioning Indiana Jones. He was like, I got some Temple of Doom stuff going on over here. It's like...
It's so true.
It was true. Yeah. But so, that Philosopher's Stone, the box it's supposed to be encased in, apparently they're the second one. So we start to wonder, oh my God, is there a second stone? We find out the answer to that quick.
It's got to be the same.
But we think, it could be something different. Yeah. It's another stone, etc., etc.
Caitlin,
because of the
it was me.
Yeah, and that's when we get right into it. Caitlin tells us immediately, it's her.
Yeah.
But with that, it had me still questioning that even though Barry had to run all the way over there, fight them, find a box, and put it down, Savitar played everything out very well.
Like a game of chess?
Yeah, and he made sure that he told the right acolytes about the whole thing of, imagine it. So Savitar's like, so guess what's going to happen next, guys? Okay, let's all dish. Okay?
It's like going out drinking with Joe Deckelmeyer, and he's telling you all the spoilers to the Marvel movies coming out. So listen here. So you want to know what happens in Spider-Man Homecoming? This is what happens.
All right, Logan comes out next week. The ending is, it was like, no. It's pretty much that exact same thing. That's a Savitar. So I'm going to tell you guys.
Joe to Savitar.
Pretty much. Let's gather around the fire, guys. Gather. All right.
Gather around.
So he's going to try to change the future, and he's gonna ask her to marry him. I'm still gonna kill her. So he tells them to make sure that he leaves that nugget. He plants that seed.
Yeah.
So this way, still Barry is freaked out,
and they go looking for that shard.
Exactly. But the thing is, the whole time, we find out that someone actually had the shard, and it was closer to home than we thought.
Yeah. Good thing they didn't have to go on a full adventure to try to find it.
Yeah, because that would have been another episode. It would have been a whole nother episode.
Just to search for the piece of this Philosopher's Stone.
It would have been horrible.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Caitlin did have it. It was close to home. So we, at this moment, choose to vibe in Wally to go ahead and figure out a few things logistically about how
it was more like clarity, kind of like he was looking for inspiration, little facts, anything to try to get him
consistent.
Once they got
him with that drive.
See, once they got there, I felt that he was. Once they got there,
but
it was something that him and Wells did think about. Well, Cool Wells, not Dickhead Wells. Cool Wells, hipster Wells, thought about, and they were like, "Are you thinking the same thing I am?" And then we had our next clip, which is they're vibing in. And once they did, immediately, this was a cool moment for Wally. He wasn't a dick at this moment because he was actually thinking, and immediately he thinks that he looks and he sees and he's like, so this is the distance I have to make. I have to clear
this to there.
And I love that. It was like, good, you're thinking, please. That's what we need you to do.
That was what he originally went in there for, but the main reason was to see it happen, to experience what his sister was going to go through,
right?
And help that drive him to get faster. And I gotta say, I love seeing her die. It's like,
we all know you do.
It's like watching your favorite music video just play out.
We all know
how you feel. Is it like a beautiful
feel.
sunset for you? Is that it?
He's like every
let the blades fall
and you know which one do you think we've seen most? Her dying or his mom dying? Because we already saw that a couple of times already. We saw that 3 or 4 times.
Oh my God! In the first 2 seasons alone.
Yeah, I think we're done with seeing the mom die. I think
we're just gonna see
every episode. It's every episode we're just gonna see Iris. Every time we're just like, wow.
And this time it wasn't any other different except Wally noticed something.
We got a close up.
We got another clue.
If you like it, put the ring on it because she did not have that ring on. She didn't have the ring on, and sure enough, that's when he figures out. Yeah. And what does he do? He bitched out and ran over and put him up. Once again, like I say all the time, hand him just a mop and a wet floor sign because he's not going to spill the tea. He just poured it all over. He was just like, this is what I got to say.
What was the point? Because he's like, I'm butthurt that you yelled at me and you're going to blame everything on me. So guess what? I'm going to ruin your future right now.
I'm going to ruin your future in your marriage.
Ruin your relationship right now.
Literally, but he doesn't realize by doing that also, you're making a move in which now she may just choose to take off the ring. So now
counterproductive, Wally.
There you go. And I'm like, here it goes.
Just killed his sister.
Classic Dick Wally. That's exactly what he does.
I
He
hated
realizes
Wally
that she
from the
doesn't have
beginning.
it.
I'm just gonna put that out there. I've never been a huge fan.
He was such a whiny little bitch
so
about not having
annoying.
powers. All I've always wanted was powers.
I've got to ask you, from a woman's perspective, if you could get into
channel that for a second.
Iris's moment, and would that hurt you as she explained the whole thing of, I wanted it to be that you asked me to marry you for love, not out of fear.
No, like her reaction was so irrational, it's ridiculous.
Okay, all right.
Like for me, like to even question that Barry loves you. Obviously he loves her. Obviously this was part of the plan. She was Iris West Allen forever on a newspaper. We all knew it was coming.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
And then
it's fate.
He's, and so then maybe Barry sees, I hadn't asked her to marry me yet. Is that something I want to change now? Should I speed up the timeline? Because part of it also could be he might fail and he would rather spend some extra time with this woman that he loves and marry her. It's like marrying someone who's dying of cancer. You know what I mean? Like,
but it
you see a walk to remember?
But it wasn't
That's what happens.
But it wasn't that though, because if he would have gone that route, he probably would have told Joe, asked Joe if he can marry her.
I don't think
so.
But
I think he rushed it. He was rushing it because he had to find any little thing
He's
to
desperate
change it.
He's desperate to fix it, to save the woman he loves and wants to be with.
But true. But
and so she's like, you love me.
But let me quote Kung Fu Panda.
So
sometimes you take steps to avoid something, but you end up going down the path that leads to that inevitable something.
Yeah.
So they're trying their best to try to avoid this future from happening, and they're causing it to happen.
Yep. We've talked about that.
I like that.
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda.
Damn.
Great movie. Like, that turtle was wise as shit.
Yeah, right?
It's on Netflix, by the way.
What about Dustin Hoffman? Wait, which one are you talking about, though? I mean, the first one.
Yeah, they put the first one on.
Wasn't the rat Dustin Hoffman, right? Or whatever.
There was no rat.
Or whatever.
You're talking about that little lemur thing?
Whatever.
The
instructor was. Yeah, that was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
I thought he was wise, too. Yeah.
No,
anyway,
not really.
Not really.
He got it all from the turtle.
Oh, okay. I can see that. Damn.
Yeah.
It's
a great movie.
Okay, all right. Well, so moving on a little bit, we're going to get to your comments in just a moment. Caitlin had the piece of the Philosopher's Stone, and do you guys think Savitar actually knew that she had it the whole time?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, he knew something. He knew a piece of it was missing. That's why he said some things in motion.
I think he
That's
knew
why
that.
He made Barry run all the way over there and fight them and find that case and all that. He knew it was missing, but he had to figure out where it was, and he knew by giving them that little breadcrumbs, it would force them into a search for it.
He probably didn't even know they had it. He just knew that they had the potential of finding it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, come on, Cisco can find anything.
Okay,
Cisco can find anything.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
So he put that through. You know what? I do have to say something though.
What?
We did I know we did the theory about it, and going into who we thought Savitar was.
Yeah.
You didn't answer who you think Savitar is.
Yes, I did.
Wait, who?
I think it's
Oh
Cisco.
yeah, that's right. You said
I have
Cisco.
not changed
I said
my
Barry.
opinion.
You said
Barry. Yeah.
Okay,
I honestly
so
think
Barry.
it might be Barry.
What are we dealing with in the comments right now?
People being angry that Ernie is happy about watching.
Oh, come on!
Thursday.
Come on! It's so awesome. I kind of look. I will admit, I want all the Wests to die, including Joe.
Ridiculous.
Including Joe. Which Joe's cool,
ridiculous.
but he's not even doing anything important anymore. It's like,
no.
I'm down for seeing all the Wests die. We already saw Wally get sucked up in the Speed Force, and he's fucked in there. We see Iris is gonna get stabbed, and Joe, it's like he's probably gonna go kill himself after that. He's like, both my kids are dead. I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah.
I mean, if he dies, it won't bother me. I'm gonna let the show go on. And then we hate Wally already. And then Iris is like, she's gonna drive him to become Savitar or whatever happens to him. Come on, it's like Spider-Man, the death of the Stacys, which drives Spider-Man to become even better. Death of the West.
Carlos Martinez says he probably knew someone had the piece because Wally kept seeing him. Yeah.
That's right. I agree with that. Definitely, 100%. That has to be to play out to be true. I wonder, could Savitar be Wally?
Why do you say that?
Well, now Wally is stuck in the Speed Force essentially in the future. And it's still pretty much all because of Barry. Because when Savitar gets out, he says, like he tells him, think about it. It's everything that you did that made me where I am right now and how I even got here. You're the one that made FlashPoint happen. That gave me the idea to create someone that can do this, blah, blah, yada, yada. Then later he says, I created myself.
He says I created myself?
Yeah, he says at one point where they're doing the whole sitting there in the chair. It's the next scene that we're going to talk about, actually.
I don't remember
They're sitting there with Julian, and he says he created himself. Well, he was like, well, how, who are you? You know, he kind of tries to get into it.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, what are you... No. Oh, well, Savitar says he created himself. He's a self-made man.
Well, kind of like how Wally touched the stone.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, like, it would be a
Have you
kind
ever seen Predestination? Have you ever seen Predestination? How he created himself.
Exactly.
So you're saying that's kind of like how Wally does it. Like
that's
he
part
created
of
himself.
part of the quote unquote bootstrap paradox in time travel. That's a big thing people love to talk about. But yeah, by going to either stop something or make something happen, you end up creating that actual thing. Sometimes it can even be yourself. So I'm wondering, could that actually be it? Could Savitar be a version of Wally? It didn't have to actually be Wally, because later, they can fix it, get everything straightened out, and then Wally's back, but Savitar still existed because he's a splinter in time.
Maybe.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I
don't know. That's a great theory. Like
I
I would love to see that more than Barry being
but
Savitar.
That takes a whole lot of really, really complex writing, and they're not going to do that, so it's not happening.
Why not? I don't know.
Because it's just like, that's a lot to follow. We have to really explain it, and then we have to tell you guys how this whole time paradox works, and blah, blah, blah.
We already know how the time paradox
works. All you need to do is put Cisco in there with, smart wells for like 10 minutes.
Because they can explain it away like they did like they did with the blood. Because science! And you were just
science.
like, okay. I like that.
I'll go with
I hated that. I hated that. It took fans from the show, our show, to really explain it to me. So I was like, oh,
yeah.
I get it.
Carlos says they're probably going to find Wally the same way they did when he was stuck inside the Speed Force.
Well, yeah, he's going back to the Speed Force to go ahead and find him, and most likely he'll pull him out. But then again, it still brings that whole issue because the Speed Force needs something to be in that place. So I don't know. Well,
then how did Barry trap him there in the first place?
That's what I was thinking also. Because I would say, may that not be true because there wasn't the space before, and all of a sudden he filled in.
Put him in there somehow. Yeah.
So maybe Savitar just being a dick saying some stuff. But so Julian gets plugged into Savitar again. Because Barry.
This time he said he was a human Ouija board.
Yeah, he was, and Barry pretty much taunts Savitar the whole time. Just so he can get his location. It's like that cliche thing with cop movies where they're like, keep him on the line, We got us, we tracked him. 30 more seconds. Got it.
I know what you do.
Oh yeah, well, you're a poopy head. Oh, I'm a poopy head. And he gets all set over and he's like, we got it. Good, hang up. And then that's exactly what happened. No. So they went through that. They figured out where it was. But with that, Barry... It feels to me like at this moment, like we said before, Barry's getting really desperate. He's grabbing at straws.
Yeah.
And with that, do you think that's going to be part of Barry's downfall? Do you think Iris actually will die because Barry's grabbing at straws?
I don't know.
It's hard to avoid the future.
It is.
It's there.
It is.
It's there.
I don't know if it's a fixed point or not, but,
I mean, I don't see why. Well, do you still think he'll cause another flashpoint if something like that were to happen?
We've talked about that too, that it might cause a new fixed point.
I mean, flashpoints are all paradoxes are completely unpredictable.
Yeah, that's very true.
There's no way to gauge that there was one. Well, then again, Savitar does. He knew how to gauge that.
Oh, that's true. Well, because living inside the Speed Force, you're kind of almost outside of time at the same time, while you're able to view time. So it's, it's so hard to say.
I wonder what makes Savitar and Barry so different. I mean, we know that the Speed Force favors Barry the most, but why is Savitar faster? Why is
Barry
he faster?
has lessons to learn.
He does. Barry had lessons to learn to actually push his
job.
body to the ultimate limit. You know, he hasn't been able to do that yet. But we know that, like, even in comics, Barry, like you said, the Speed Force favors him. He's a conduit for the Speed Force, which is very... anyone that reads comics, the conduit for Speed Force is really amazing. Speed Force does have a relativity with you. You vibe on this level where it actually literally connects with you, and it depends on you.
Oh.
So your existence helps the Speed Force to continue to flourish. That's the great thing about it.
Interesting.
And he's the Accelerated Man who we saw not that long ago. He's actually a conduit also. So I'm wondering, are we going to see him again? I would love to.
I feel like that little nugget, there has to be a reason
Yeah.
they
have
gave
to.
us that.
Maybe he's Savitar.
The Speed Force Wars.
Yeah.
That would be something amazing.
But then we get to run into Godspeed, so that would be dope. That would be dope.
Awesome. They would make it. I hope they
Yeah.
make it suits just ridiculously
Just like-
awesome.
Season 4, guys. Season
Pulsating
4.
like the light coming through. And
just like Savitar, but just kind of like skinnier and a little
skinnier,
bit less
but
weight.
instead of like the whole
Less weight.
breakthroughs, it's just the lightning bolts all over, and they
Yeah.
just can pulsate and.
Oh, it's so good. We all want to see Godspeed.
I do.
Everybody wants to see
Godspeed is like the ultimate speed.
But he's not the fastest.
No, yeah,
he's like
He's not the fastest,
coolest.
but he's still he looks.
He's like the
badass.
dopest.
Yeah.
He's probably like the second coolest looking, apart from like Barry, in that armor, kind of like from Injustice. From Injustice,
yeah.
that armor is.
That's true. Come on, that's so. Oh.
That's probably the best looking Flash.
I can't wait for that though, and it sucks that it's not Grant Gustin, but okay. I mean, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. So what do we have going on in the comments? Anything in the chat? I know you guys are talking, and we love to know what you guys are talking about. So
Yeah,
we're
if
gonna
you don't
find
want to
out.
submit your comments, hit that.
Oh yeah,
the super chat.
Hit the super chat and make that happen, because when you guys do, your comment comes right on top, and we'll be able to go.
Yeah, and I mean, and all those
I know,
donations
right? I heard
support
it.
us, and like they kind of help us get better production equipment. Just makes our show even better.
Frank
Hell,
Neely has joined the chat.
Hell, you
who?
can even pay to
Frank.
shut me up. Seriously.
Please do.
That was, hey, you know what?
I was going to sit here quietly. I will sit here
In
quietly.
fact, how much?
It says,
that
Barry
cost?
trying to rip off
How much
Savitar's
would
head
that
was
cost?
sick.
Wait, what?
Barry trying to rip off Savitar's head was sick.
Oh, that was so dope.
Wasn't it a helmet? I looked like a helmet.
like a helmet.
I
This
thought
is the
I
action
thought it was
towards
going to be
it.
the moment. Well, when he was giving him the speech after he knocked him down,
like, "Who
and
are you?"
I thought he
Rip
was.
it off.
I thought he was going to do it like, "This is who I am," and it's like Barry with the scar on his face. You're like, "Oh!" They would have just blew my mind. I thought it was going to happen right there. This is who I am, and Barry's like, "Yeah."
Now, was it just me, or did it seem like now that he was finally out of the Speed Force, he seemed a little bit weaker? Because
Yes.
before, his little burst of times that he was outside and then Speed Force pulled him up, he was like owning people. He was
Dude,
like,
seriously.
he was untouchable. But now
So
Barry
fast.
got some punches in, tossed him up a little bit.
True.
Although
Yeah.
he did a good counter, but he actually got a few licks in.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
And-
This
but-
is the scene where he looked like a weird little grizzly bear coming
Yeah,
down.
he did. That was
Coming down
that,
the
that
aisle.
part of the
Oh,
suit.
he was huge though. He was tall as shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
He was big.
he's
He
still
just
big.
had
He's
like
about
Matthew
7 foot.
McConaughey body, where it was like just really short arms and long.
As long
torso.
as he's about like 7 foot something, probably. You know, I mean, that makes sense.
It's the suit. It's fine.
So, well, it's true, but we're in this world of imagination. He's about 7 foot something, and that's freaking intimidating.
dude.
Come on, right? I mean,
It's like
and
the
he's-
guy who plays Jason Voorhees.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And Mike Myers are all huge.
I mean, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. He's huge, runs fast as I don't know what. Can't even see him when he is running. So I mean, oh man,
Tiny little ball like.
Savitar is, yeah, dangerous, and he does say he is essentially Flash's greatest foe.
Yeah, he's
He
like, you
doesn't-
thought.
You thought and you thought Zoom, they're nothing compared to me, and like
I'm
how
your
you're going to
greatest
suffer. Yeah, and he says,
Yeah.
and the way you'll suffer, you'll never be able to come back from it. That was like, damn, that was chilling.
That guy knows.
I'm
He
telling
knows
you,
how to talk.
but it's all pointing towards who he is, and when we find out. I promise you, we're all gonna be upset because yes, I agree. I think it's someone we know, and we're all gonna be
Because
upset.
for-
Like, oh, we knew it this whole time.
For
and we
it
didn't say
to
it."
not be someone we are already emotionally invested in would be such a waste.
And Flash does not do that.
You know what I
when
mean?
They
it
did
comes
that
to
with
reveal.
Zoom. I mean, they did that with
Oh
Zoom.
no!
It
Yeah,
was
Zoom is
reverse
all we know.
Flash.
Reverse
Yeah.
Flash.
It's always somebody that we know, or we end up growing to love. So it's obvious. It has to be somebody. And why not make it into a main character.
The formula works. Don't mess with it. And even though it happens, trust me, us fans, we are not upset with it.
No,
we are not upset with it. The third time's the charm. Let's go on for fourth. We don't care. Like, we love it at this point.
And he did say that I created myself. And who else knows how to create a speedster but the people who were creating speedsters? And I mean, Barry knows how to do it. Cisco knows how to do it.
I'm saying, like,
everybody knows.
Oh man, yeah.
It's not a hidden technique anymore.
Yeah, right.
It's like you can make speedsters now like nothing.
Yeah. I mean, and they're trying to do this whole thing where they're sprinkling a little bit of doubt inside of everyone. Yeah. They're giving us a little bit of that Salt Bay right there, and they're sprinkling out because they're like, everyone can have a motive. It could be anyone. You know, Joe's upset. You know, it's like they're doing that. Like, maybe it's Joe. Like, what? Like, they're just trying to plant it in there so we don't know who it's going to be, which is great.
I started to say Super Samurai's like Savitar's Patty.
Yes, you took everything. You took my boyfriend away from me. You took my job.
My boyfriend.
I love this guy. I love that guy.
He took my boyfriend. He took my job. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm getting from this prodigal son here. No, move out of the way.
I would love it. I would love it. And that would explain why she kills Iris. Oh my God, I'm going to marry that chick.
Oh my God. I'm going to marry that chick. Congratulations, you just brought happiness to Ernie.
Oh,
Ernie's not going to let that theory go now. He's going to run with it.
I'm running with it.
Watch, you're going to see him build it up and make it where it's so believable. Trust me, it's going to happen. But Savitar shows up.
I'm going to hit up Reddit tonight. I'm going to hit up Reddit and I'm going to be like, this guy's a genius. He told me Patty Savitar. That is genius.
That's it.
You know what? People on Reddit will love it. They will admit it. That's a good theory.
It's so weird how we have grown the Church of Ernie. Like, it's just happening. It's spreading. The word of Ernie is going around.
It's controversy. It's controversy. It's gonna cause a war though. It's okay.
Hey, you know what?
Church of Patty.
Yeah.
Church of Patty.
I mean,
hashtag Church of Patty. Let that be. That is the hashtag of the night.
Where is it?
Hashtag Church of Patty.
She already has a bunch of followers.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom.
Right. She got acolytes over there.
I'm gonna start wearing like an alchemy mask in this first show. But yep.
But Frank Nitty says, well, apparently he wants all the West gone, so who knows?
Who knows? That's true.
Yes,
that's true. He does want all the West gone, too.
Aim for the West.
He got rid of one already. He's already taken care. He's going to definitely kill Iris. He's like, Joe, you're just next on the list. I'm sorry.
Next on the list.
Look, it happens that way, man. I'm just saying, you know what? Your daughter got in the way. If you weren't here, I would still be here right now. So I got to kill you, too.
Look, Carlos Martinez says Savitar is heat wave.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Tell me. Heat wave.
Heat wave?
Heat wave. Tell me.
That's like a... Oh, my God. I'm going to have to really look that up because heat wave is like... That's... Wait.
But that's the thing, though. Introducing a new character now, it's like it wouldn't be as much impactful. And I mean, like these guys have been good at dragging us down to the very end. Like last season,
heat wave.
Oh, that's heat wave. Oh my! You know what? You know what? I'm okay with that.
I wasn't even thinking that.
His biggest shit. I'd take that.
He's already been like the
other guy,
the time forces, whatever, Kronos. He's already been Kronos, so they're not gonna make him into something else again already.
Yeah.
No way.
Why not?
No, because he's a really bad actor, man. He can deal with. Oh no, watch out! I can't stand this anymore.
He is probably the funniest guy. He is the funniest. Okay, he's the funniest guy in Legend of Tomorrow. Honestly, I think he's the funniest one.
He is, because even when lately Legend of Tomorrow have been doing this thing where they pick a different character to say previously on, and his previously on, his previously on was cool because when he did it, he was saying it and he was like, after he said all the things, and he was like, "Who writes this crap?" Like he just said it, I was like, "That's genius!" Like breaking the fourth wall just to do that. It was like, I love that. I love that.
He's gotta do prison break.
And it works. He's coming back. Snark's coming back, right? He's gonna. That's Barry.
He's gonna be on the show next week, and I'm just gonna talk like this for the entire episode.
Oh, I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't. Oh, he's gonna be on. It's gonna be great.
It's fun to do.
But if we could talk about the waft of the episode.
Oh yeah, waft. I completely forgot about
our waft.
Well, I would say actually classic Wally moment where he tells Savitar that the piece of the stone like they have it the whole time, like, you know, when Savitar shows up as his mom, and then to get back at Savitar because Savitar showed up as his mom. Oh yeah, well we have a piece of the Lavender Stone. Yes, we have. He was like, oh no, you
well, you're not fast enough to throw it into the Speed Force. I'm just saying, not as good as Bear. I bet you can't throw it. It's
reverse
like
psychology.
Splash Mountain. It's like
Splash Mountain.
It's like Splash Mountain. When he's like, no, don't throw me into the briar patch. And then that's how he escapes the wolves.
that's how he escapes the wolves. Oh my God, that's exactly it. It was just like, all right, I'm going to just go ahead and throw out the dumbest level of reverse psychology because it's not going to work. So I'll just say it and not even give a fuck when I say it. And here I'm going to eat it up. I agree with that. Oh my God, I'm going to show you. Idiot. Like the biggest freaking idiot. That is the waft. And if you guys don't remember what the waft is, that means waste of Flash's time. That's waft. That's what it is. And that was the waft right there. Barry,
and he's got infinite amount of time, and like to waste his time is like, seriously.
Oh my God! Yeah. So, but with that, of course, we figured out Savitar was in the Speed Force, and
he comes out like a tiger almost.
Dude,
right?
like
he like crawls out.
That was kind of cool.
Like a transformer.
But think about it. He's probably been in the Speed Force for a while, cramped up, or scattered about.
Well, he also said he's been there long enough to lose his mind several times over. So,
but then again,
animalistic.
But then again, how does time flow in the Speed Force?
See, that's the thing, because when Barry was there, time was going forward, it was going backwards, it was staying still. All of this at the same time in the Speed Force. So I don't disagree with the fact that he says, "Oh, I've been there long enough to lose my mind."
So what would happen to Wally then?
He get cray-cray.
Could Wally be Savitar?
Even if he's not there for that long, but how? Like, say 3 episodes later, they get him out somehow. How long has he actually been in the Speed Force, and how did it affect them? I mean, we saw that Barry was nurtured by the Speed Force when he was in there, and kind of helped to grow. But of course, because they like Barry, but do they like Wally? Ooh. And how would the Speed Force treat Wally in there? They're like, hey, we got this big dick scumbag here, and then all of a sudden, oh, he's gone. Hey, who's this little kid?
Oh, here goes.
What do we do with him?
What do we do with this? He was an accident.
Yeah. It's so true though. He was an accident. He's a West. I don't know. I mean, the last one over here was telling us how much they hated the West, and now we got one here. I think we should hate them too. I don't know. So that could be the case. I mean, I'm just saying. He's probably gonna go insane.
Carlos Martinez, he's like, how funny would it be if Caitlyn marries Captain Cold?
I thought he was dead.
He is dead.
Oh, well, he's dead at the moment, but they'll somehow.
I just thought it was
if they could want to bring him back, but I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Let me think it's funny, guys.
So I'm like, that would be hilarious.
I gotta catch up to Legends of Tomorrow, but I liked him a lot.
Think about it. If he showed up as
the thing is,
we thought about Speedster sex. Think about Freezer sex, huh? Yeah, that's right. He ices it. Oh, that's not going to help.
Okay,
but still.
Talking about freezer burn.
You guys are dumb.
Yeah.
I can't. No.
I miss being here with you.
It's so great.
Well, look, but anyways, it's not gonna. That marriage isn't gonna happen until we have Draco die first.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, he snuck in that kiss. I didn't even talk about that. He snuck in that kiss.
He was just like,
I was like, dude. I was like, that was locking his fate. That's like.
Oh, that was sealing his
fate. That was like some mafia
Dude.
stuff. It's like you kiss. It's a kiss of death.
That is the KOD. That's a kiss of death right there. That's it. It was like, oh, Julian, I guess you enjoy death because it's like if you love Caitlyn, just letting you know your death is sealed. That's it. So once you think you've sealed the deal and you've won her heart. Doesn't have to be sex. It's just once you think you won her heart.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, you have won her heart, and now she'll win yours and kill you. Ooh, so that's going to be the one thing that drives me insane. But with that, do we have anything else left on the comments?
Time doesn't exist in the Speed Force. Thank you, Carlos Martinez.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Super Samurai, the Speed Force turns Wally into the new Reverse Flash. His suit's already yellow. He's halfway there.
I like that.
And Carlos says Jay had mentioned it before when he stopped Barry from changing the timeline again.
Oh, that's true. See, everything is pointing towards so much right now, and they're dropping so many nuggets. But the thing is, it's so scattered, we can't put it together. But if we did have the moment to put it together, we know who Savitar is.
As soon as the reveal happens, we're going to be like, those are all the foreshadowing.
Yeah. Like, there's so many, and I think they're going to, like, give us that Usual Suspects thing where it's just, like, flashing, hitting us with everything. You're like, oh, Kaiser Soze. It's going to happen right there.
I'm telling you, it's Cisco.
Okay, so Cisco.
We're still going
Barry.
with that IMDb thing.
Well, I'm going with the IMDb thing, and also Savitar being like, you could have been a god, planting that seed again.
True. Cisco, Barry, Patty.
Well, I'm thinking possibly even Wally. Like I said, he said he made him.
Yeah.
That is true. Wally's a good one, too.
Who knows? I'm just playing devil's advocate when I say that.
No one listens to Grandpa Flash. They don't, Blackwing. No one listens.
No one listens to Grandpa Flash. Well, Grandpa Flash did say don't trust him. So
when are we going to have another appearance of him?
He should be coming.
Oh, Grandpa Flash. You're talking about what's in my phone. I'm sorry.
His dad?
Jay Garrick?
Never mind. Yeah, I'm thinking about old Flash.
He's coming. He'll be here later in the season.
Yeah.
To help, like, with the big bad
Yeah,
stuff.
but you're right. No one does listen to Grandpa Flash. Because if they did, they'd be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have fucked up with Speed Force. Maybe we shouldn't have made FlashPoint. Maybe. But then again, we wouldn't have a show. So let Barry mess up and screw up as much as possible. It gets better every time.
This episode was so good, you guys.
So good. There was so much in it.
I was like, I just got chills. There were so many moments like that. And I was like, for it to make me wish that the musical episode wasn't happening until all this resolves.
Right.
I feel like says a lot.
But I mean, I will say,
and I'm really excited for this musical.
I'm gonna say it right now. This is my favorite season of the show.
It's really good.
This is my favorite season. The writing is amazing.
This half of the season or all of season 3?
I will admit, like the way it started, it was like FlashPoint, excited. It was only one episode. Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
Yeah,
and then it was so it was a monster of the week thing, and then it was kind of like, oh, you know what? I'm kind of getting bored of this, and then it just out of nowhere, it just. This is why you watch the show.
Since the winter break, since it came back, it's been like full force.
They knew what they were doing. The whole thing is, with that being full force, that small portion so far has been better than everything else we've seen. Even though everything we else have seen has been good, this just sets the show on a bar that we haven't hit before.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I love the show. I'm in love with it. I think this is great right now. I can't wait to see what happens. Can't wait to find out who Savitar is.
I know. I'm really excited for him to go into the Speed Force. We're going to see, if you watch the trailer for next week, we're going to see some familiar faces that I'm so excited to see.
Yeah.
And all of them are going to be in the Speed Force.
We had Eddie.
They're all going to be in the
Robbie
Speed Force.
Mel,
Snart.
We have so many people that are going to be there, and I'm thinking maybe we may even see Grandpa Flash.
I think we're going to see Zoom too.
Probably Zoom.
Yeah, we are. Because I saw a picture of him on as a thumbnail for that.
But Zoom is like, he's Black Flash now, like, the whole skeleton face.
Oh, yes.
That's what we saw?
And that's where they got the graphics from, supposedly.
Supposedly
that's coming from this episode coming up.
Well, no, Black Flash he's been on Legends of Tomorrow for a while. He's like, he's one of the, like, he's chasing what's his name, but he's gonna be here.
Well, I don't know. There was thumbnail picture. Like I said, you can't trust everything on IMDb.
True.
And I mean, of course, the main thumbnail is Zoom, but then it has a bunch of other people, and Black Flash is one of the thumbnails on there. Unless they swapped it out by now, but I saw that last week.
So then it's probably.
So we don't know. I think we're going to see a lot of different stuff in the Speed Force. I mean, it's this weird. It's gonna be cool. It was like this weird kind of like Doctor Strange shit in there. It's all weird.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. It's gonna look dope though.
I can't wait for it.
It's gonna be a trip. It's like a massive trip.
Crazy surreal. Yeah. I can't wait for it.
I wonder what kind of music they're gonna have. It's gonna be like hippie music.
And with that, I think we've reached the end of our journey.
I get it.
The end of our journey.
That journey.
Next week, we are gonna have good nerd, bad nerd.
Oh yeah, you guys won't have me. You only have to put up with me today. Next week, I'll be away from the camera. You won't hear or see me. So congratulations. You made it through this episode. Yeah. But you're gonna have Brian, and he's a pretty cool guy. He was on the show with you guys before, right?
He was. Right. He was on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. after.
So they already have like a good chemistry together.
Oh, it's gonna be great. You guys are gonna be introduced to something that's gonna be really great as far as having you with us.
Look, I passed the
look,
yawn
he's
on
already
to you.
tired. He's
Look,
already
Frank,
tired.
it's not just me. Frank, then he's like, Sarah needs some coffee. I'm like, you know what? It's not just me. It's him too.
And look, we do have to start wrapping up though, because right now I have to go see our Brian. This is his last night. He's packing right now, and tomorrow he's on that plane and gone. So I gotta go see my little Asian boy.
Going to the Korea.
Okay. Well, that's great. That's great how you said it too. That's
But yeah, if you guys don't know Good Nerd, Bad Nerd, he's awesome. The website's great. Follow him on Twitter. Go to his blog and like all the things.
Pretty good podcast.
He's a pretty cool.
If you guys aren't listening to it, you guys should. It's a really good podcast. If you're not listening, if you're already listening to ours anyway, you might as well go ahead and check out Good Nerd, Bad Nerd. Trust me, you'll be happy with doing so.
Blackwing is very disappointed. There's no question of the night. I guess the question of the night is, who do you think Savitar is after tonight?
We went so hard on that.
I know.
We forgot to highlight it. Basically, yes. Who do you think it is?
If you want, you guys, we'll probably even make a poll for it, and we'll give you options of,
of your peeps.
Cisco, Barry,
Patty,
Wally, or
Patty.
So, and then you guys can choose.
Pregnant is like, no Ernie next week, so nobody will get triggered.
Ernie, that's true. That's true.
That's what he does.
You pull that trigger. That's Ernie. Ernie,
you see when me and DJ are on shows, like, we had a Super Saiyan episode where I started talking about Super Saiyan nipples.
Okay.
And like,
oh my God,
here's Kelly right here just shaking her head and him
like
and me
what I did
going
to the two
at
of
it.
you?
Yes.
Like him and me were just going at it, and then the chat room blew up.
Yeah.
The chat room blew up, and it was just insane for like 10 minutes.
It became a big thing about Super Saiyan nipples, guys.
Brawly, which is a great show.
Is it because of Brawly? Is it because
of female Brawly.
Let's wrap it up.
Once again, thank you guys for joining us. Like we know, you guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and that's what counts. We love it. FlashPoint Army, you guys are coming in strong. Keep doing it. Trust me, as long as you guys comment and share this as much as possible, we get to keep making great shows just like this. So share it. Make sure you tell your friends. You can be the cool person at work standing around the water cooler like, this is my theory on who, other people are going to be like, what?
Tweet Robbie Amell and tweet boyfriend and be like, hey guys, your episode's next week. Maybe you should join this after show.
Just saying. FlashPoint Army, I know you guys got power, so let's go ahead and flex it. Make sure we get out there, tell as many people as possible, and like she said, go ahead and tweet the stars. Tell them they should be here, where they belong.
Join us.
I forgot. Blackwing was there for the Super Saiyan nipples.
Oh, God. And use the hashtag FlashPointTHS. Make sure to do that, because that's something that's going to make sure that you can communicate with us. Yep. When you do it, it's like putting out the flash signal. We'll say it that way. The flash signal. And we'll come running. Not a problem. Once again, I'm Daniel. You can find me at
that didn't make those.
Oh, okay.
You didn't make
can
those?
find me at any bit of social media. Just type in @TheRealJ_Rome. All pretty much put together. That's how you can find me anywhere on social media. Sarah, where can people find me?
They can find me at Roguetastic, ROGUETASTIC, like Rogue and Fantastic put together.
Love it.
And then I am _Journey, JERNI. So if you want to talk shit to me, or you just want to say, hey, good job, or I don't know, just troll my page, feel free. I don't care.
Talk so much shit, please.
So much shit.
Trust me, he does love it.
I love it.
He bathed in it, guys. He does. You have a cup of it, do you?
I have a cup.
You have a cup of it?
A cup of
haters. That's what he has. He has a couple of haters. So with that, want to say thank you guys. It was great.
Don't forget to hit the like button and
please
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Make sure, because you'll be able to keep up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. Not only the FlashPoint, but everything we have to offer here at FlashPoint. At that hashtag show. So once again, thank you guys for joining us, and good night.
Good
Hit
night.
that intro.